Hi there, I'm Ginny of the YouTube channel Finicky Reader, and I seem to be having a bit of a down day. I've got 3 books to talk about again today, plus I got some writing done on my uni essay, so only 400 words left. That felt good. After all the heavy books of the Diversathon, I wanted to read something a little light, so I picked up the Pedant's Revolt by Andrea Barham. It's a book of those little facts that you think are true that actually aren't. Everything from Nero fiddling while Rome burned, to hypoenergelic pillows being good for people with hay fever. I already knew about a lot of these, because I read books like this and watch QI regularly, but I guess there's only so many things that a lot of people think, true or not. Despite that, there'll always be 1 or 2 things you didn't know. Plus, it's the kind of book you can dip into and out of when you feel like it, even though I read the whole thing in one go. I might keep an eye out for Andrea's other books, because she has a healthy respect for fact-checking. That's her day job, and I am so jealous. I also finished the Doctor Who book, The Last Dodo, which I borrowed from my brother's bookshelf because I didn't bring enough paper books to my parents' house for the weekend and needed something to read at Grandma's. It's quite on the nose and obvious with the environmental themes, but it is a children's TV show, even if everyone watches it. They've got to write for too wide an audience to get overcomplicated and obtuse. That said, it did strike a chord. It periodically includes excerpts from the I Spider Book of Earth Creatures, including information on the species mentioned and when they went extinct. Some are in the future and some are in the past, and the book was first published in 2007, so there's artistic license there. But when I saw one of the extinction dates was 2017, it kinda gave me a jolt. The species was the kakapo, in case you were wondering. It's still around at the moment, and people are still working hard to preserve them, but still, that spoke to me. Lastly, the book that might have led to my downer. Jew by Theo Dodd shouldn't have been published. It was written in that slow, faux literary style that's so popular with teenagers, and so vague it wasn't just unimpactful, it was unreadable. There are no names, so if the protagonist started interacting with people, it got seriously confusing, and I suspect it wasn't very well researched. Honestly, there were so few details I had to assume it was happening in a Nazi-occupied country. Who knows? Also, I've been tracking the genders of authors for my own edification, so I looked up Theo Dodd to try and find out. They didn't disclose it and didn't have an author's picture, and hey, that's your prerogative, but the way it was handled on the website got my goat. They answer the question with a quote from the author. Producing one's sexual equipment is irrelevant when the aesthetic nature of literature is so inherently androgynous. So, white straight cisgendered dude? You know, like the artistic photo at the top of every page of the website? I'll stick it up as the image for you to see. Maybe this is my own issues rearing their ugly head, but this view just sounds like it's coming from a place of privilege. I get it if you don't want to talk about your gender. Say it shouldn't matter, and I'll agree. Talk about the fallacy of binary genders, and I'll applaud and cheer. But in a world where female writers are still fighting to be read in certain genres, still underrepresented in reviews and awards, to say it's not an issue feels so insulting. I don't know. Maybe my own sensitivities are showing. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and you're having a better day than I am. Have a good February. I'm gonna go to sleep.